Hi everyone, welcome back to E-commerce Success by Ad360. Today we're going to review a website asking for help because they got a low conversion rate of 0.28%, which is way lower than the average conversion rate. In the US, it's about 2% for e-commerce websites. And the thing is, the website is actually very nice. It's got a great design. The product seems great. So what's the problem? In my opinion, knowing about the 5 levels of awareness, which is a concept from Eugene Schwartz, it's going to help them tremendously increase sales. Before we get into that, please put a like button, put a comment below, subscribe to the channel. Each of these little actions are going to make this channel grow, help us make more people see these videos so that we can make as many business owners as possible happy, productive, and successful. This video is brought to you by Ad360. Ad360 is the easiest way to increase your sales thanks to a single app where you can manage all your ads, including Google, Facebook, mobile app ads, and website ads all over the web, even in independent websites, apps, blogs, wherever you can run ads. You can probably reach them with Ad360. You can manage them in one place, run powerful advertising techniques such as retargeting, and this is going to simplify your life and help you boost your sales. Okay, now let's jump into today's content. So this is the post from International Rush. They're asking how they can improve their conversion. So they got a pretty decent sample size of 3,000 sessions. Not sure how they got them. Is it from advertising or not? If you can give us more details, that'd be very helpful. And from these sessions, they only got 0.28% conversions. Now that's not a lot. I think it's about 7 conversions. Let's check. So how many is that? Calculator, if we have 0.28 divided by 100 times 3,000, we got about 8 conversions. Okay. So the thing is, if you had a 2% conversion rate, you could be getting a lot more conversions, about 60, right? So you're missing out on a massive number of conversions, 50 plus. That's huge. So you want to improve that as fast as possible. We made a video the other day on average conversion rates for e-commerce websites, and we talked about abandoned carts, add to cart rates, and a lot of metrics like that, which was super interesting. And so the average conversion rate is about 2% for US websites. So it's about 8 times more than what you have now. So there must be something we can do better, okay? If we see this thing, positively though, it means with a few changes, maybe you can multiply by 8 your sales, which is massive, okay? So that's how a positive optimist would see things, okay? So this is the website. The great thing is I love the website. The design is super neat, super cool. Artisan keycaps. So the products, which are these customizable keycaps you put on top of your caps on the keyboard, and they look super nice, and you can customize your keyboard depending on the vibe you want to give it. So I'm really a fan of the product, and I actually showed that today to someone who's into this kind of stuff, mechanical keyboard, customizing your gear, and they love the product. They say it's super neat, looks great, looks fantastic. It's not like a random keycap like they can find in many other websites. It has something unique to them. The pricing is very decent because they were looking at other websites which sells single keycaps for $50. So the pricing is absolutely fine. So that's not where the problem is coming from. Now, what's the problem then? I think the problem is that nowhere on this website you're actually explaining what you're selling, why it's a good product, why someone should buy that, right? You're even assuming most people know what keycaps are. And I think that's wrong. I think if you go out on the street and you're asking, okay, what's a keycap to people, I'm not so sure they would be able to answer accurately, right? Maybe you can guess, maybe with seeing the pictures, you can actually guess, maybe not, maybe someone looking at this thinks it's a replica of a katana, full size, I don't know, is it that obvious? For you it is, because you're spending all your days and nights thinking about your business, working on your website, preparing your products. For the average person out there, not even defining what it is that you're selling, that's a big problem. And I think that shows that you're not aware of the concept from Eugene Schwartz, who's one of the most brilliant advertisers and copywriters of the 20th century. and he coined a few concepts which are fundamental to online marketing and online sales. One of them is the concept of the 5 stages of awareness. So basically, most people go through that process when they face a new product or new industry, something they're not familiar with. They will first be in the unaware stage. People who don't even know they have a problem. In your case, that would be people who have only seen their whole life, white and black keyboards. They don't even know you can customize them. They don't even know keyboards can be fun, right? They've only had these plain keyboards all their life. And that would constitute the majority of people. The vast majority of people are in this unaware state. It's not because you have 5 stages that they're equally distributed, right? You shouldn't think about that this way. You should really think of this like a marketing funnel. So maybe like 90% plus of people are in that category, okay? Then you have problem-aware people. People who understand the problem but don't know about any solution. So who would this person be? Maybe someone who's plainly aware that their keyboard is ugly and they don't like their keyboard. They're bored with these, plain old keyboards. This white keyboard which was white when you buy it, but a few years later in your company, you have hundreds of keyboards like this and they become more and more cream colored and white, it's not really fun. It's a bit boring. Everybody's got the same. There's no personality to it. But what can you do, right? Like maybe some of these people have seen original colors in keyboard before, like a full pink keyboard, a full blue keyboard, but these people wouldn't have seen keycaps before, and they wouldn't even know that you can customize a keyboard, right? Then you have solution-aware people. So solution-aware are people that know there is a solution, like keycaps, but they're not aware of your product or your particular brand. But they have seen keycaps before, they have heard about them, but maybe they don't exactly know how it works. They don't even know if you can change only one key, how many keyboards are compatible with this, how easy it is to change by themselves. Do they need to replace the whole key or not? Like they're not aware of the details. Then you have product-aware people. People, they know your product, so they know, this techie setup, keycap, they've seen it, but they need a bit more convincing, right? And then you have most aware people. They know the problem, they know the solution, they know your brand, they know your product. And these people are the people who are most likely previous buyers or repeat customers. And the secret is you need to have content and an approach to nurture these people in all these categories, right? And most aware people is going to be a very tiny portion of the whole spectrum, right? And you still need to nurture them. You still need to solicit them by maybe regular emails, maybe retargeting ads, maybe some other ways to maintain a relationship and say from time to time, oh, we have a new product, we have a new design, we're making a limited time sale or promotion or something. So, you have to nurture the relationship even for them, right? But for each of these stages, you have something that you need to do. The problem is on your website, you're assuming people know what keycaps are. You're not defining that anywhere. You're not explaining how it works. So you're assuming that people are at least solution aware, but most likely you're only selling to product aware or most aware people. And that's because you're not also saying how your keycaps are different than others. There's really no text anywhere besides in this About Us text. And I can promise you I'm perhaps the only person today that read this text, okay? Nobody's going to go to the footer, which usually holds a lot of boring information, and read this text. And that's a shame because that's quite interesting actually. You're saying that you're testing intensively yourself, the products. You're saying that you have high standards of quality. This is something you should be saying way before on your website. You want to differentiate yourself from your competitors, from maybe random dropshipping websites. We have hundreds of randomly selected keycaps. And there is something to say about yours because there is a certain design element to them, right? We can tell if we spend some time looking through your website, looking at the collections, looking at the different products. We can say there is something special about them, that you chose them for a specific reason. And even I looked at this one, which is great by the way, and you're saying here, that it's a handmade keycap. Why is this information so buried deep down on your website? Why are you not, I don't know if it's just this one or all your keycaps, but you should definitely say so on the homepage. Like say, okay, these are handmade keycaps, if that's the case for all of them, right? Even if it's just this one, say it somewhere, feature that product, put it as a big image and some text next to it that says, this keycap is unique, it's handmade, it's very special, it was inspired by this and that. And like you have to, explain more about your product, even for people that are product aware, so they know what keycaps are, they know your keycap, they're on your website looking at your product, you still need to convince them, right? And imagine for people below that, on solution aware, problem aware, you have to sell them on the idea. You have to first explain what it is, you have to, bring them to your world, right? Introduce them to this world. Your keyboard doesn't have to be plain and boring and ugly. It can be pretty, you can customize it, you can change the style based on your mood, the style you want that day. You can make it more personal, you can make it your own. Like you have to give all this information, you have to educate, right? And I like this image, say, from left to right here on the horizontal axis, you have this from low awareness to high awareness where people are in the stage. And on the vertical axis, you have how much information you have to offer, right? And for low awareness people, you have to offer a ton of information, okay? Explanation, storytelling, then you have to explain the need and the value proposition. And then, as you go on, you still have to convince people with maybe reviews, maybe videos, maybe show a video of the keycap in context, explain the different types of keyboards that exist, why mechanical keyboards are really fun, how to customize keyboards, is it compatible with all brands or not? Like you have to give all this information to convince people to buy from you and not from someone else. But even people from, the low awareness stage, you can convince them with the right arguments, okay? Right now the problem is they're probably going to land on your website, they're going to be confused, like what even is this thing? I don't need to change my keyboard, it looks strange, like maybe they won't even understand the concept, and they're going to leave the website right away. Whereas if you educate them properly and give them more reasons to buy, you're going to be able to move people from one stage to another, right? And I want to show you another example. It's completely unrelated, but I stumbled upon this website the other day when I made a video about a paint by number kit seller. And I think this example will help you understand exactly what I mean by educating users, giving them more reasons to buy. This website, I can assure you, if they were only talking to product aware and most aware people, would make very little sales. The very people are actually getting up one day and saying, oh, today I want to buy a paint by number kit. Like most people don't even know what this thing is. So if you're in that case, like I was when I first saw this, maybe you've heard of this before, but you forgot. It's about this, image where you have some numbers in each shape, and you have some numbers on the color paint bucket, so you know which color to apply in all places, and it's super easy, and even people who are not artists, painters, creative people, they can do it. So it's an easy activity that anybody can do, right? Still, why would you buy that thing, right? That's what I thought at first when I saw that. But never, not a chance I would choose to look at this and say, oh yes, this is exactly what I need, right? If that's the case, it's like your website, they're going to make absolutely no sales just because it's not tailored to the right person. But then I found this, all these arguments are reasons for people who are not aware about the product or the solution, and they're educating them about, okay, why might this be a good purchase? It's a relaxing and joyful activity. You don't have to have any skills, right? So here they're just answering objections, right? Like someone would say, oh, but I don't need to customize my keyboard. I don't know how to do that. You can say, no, it's super easy. You don't have to replace the key. It's just a keycap that you put on top of the existing key. It's super easy. It takes a second to put in, to put out. Okay, that's going to be reassuring, right? And a lot of people don't know that, I think. Then you can say, yeah, it's a good decoration. I think for your product it might be a bit more obvious. But then you see you have other types of arguments, right? Not directly about the product itself, but about indirect benefits of that product. You're not buying this because you're craving about, paint by number kit and you're a fan of that. You're buying this because you want to create a stronger bond with your loved ones. You want to spend good time with family members, relatives, or partner. You want to bond over a common activity. And that's just a mean to an end, right? For you, it's the same. People maybe they're not waking up saying, oh, today I want to buy a keycap. Except absolute fans of that movement, people that are in love with mechanical keyboard. But these people are already convinced, and they're going to buy regardless of what you put on your website. Your homepage specifically and a landing page for advertising should talk to the unaware or problem-aware, solution-aware people. If you tell them like these people do, okay, what if you could make your day better by having a more beautiful keyboard? Instead of sitting down on your boring desk with your ugly keyboard, make it joyful, make it personalized, make it your own. You're going to have a smile whenever you look at your keyboard. You're going to enjoy more sitting at your desk. You're going to become more productive. You're going to enjoy working more. You're going to deliver more. You're going to achieve your objectives. You're going to be promoted. You're going to run a successful business. Yes, all of that thanks to keycaps, right? I'm stretching a bit, but not too much. I'm sure you could make that sort of argument, and that would be super effective. Then you're not just saying the how and the what, like what it is, how it works, which you definitely need to say as well, which you're not saying. You're also saying the why. Okay, why should even people care about this keycap stuff? Because they want to make their work environment more beautiful. These days where everybody's working from home, maybe they don't have like an amazing desk with all the equipment. You want to make this room your own, to be super productive, to enter in your bubble. You want to be enticed to come and sit every morning. I'm happy because I sit on my desk, I see my customized keyboard. Okay, all of these things are things you can say. And you see here you have another argument. Perfect gift, it's good to give as a gift to others, best for kids, whatever. So you have a different number of arguments. And these, why are they putting these? They're putting that because it works, and especially it helps bring people from low awareness to, okay, they start to feel their own pain. Okay, once I told you that, even if you close the website, you leave the website, you're going to remember, okay, do I really want to continue working with my ugly, plain white keyboard, or do I want something a bit more fun in my life, right? And maybe it's going that thought's going to stay on their head. They're going to think about it. They're going to picture themselves with a nice customizable keyboard. Whereas before, if they go to your website, they just see this, they don't even understand what you're selling and they just leave. Okay, you see the difference? I think that's going to make a massive difference in your case. I really think that if you do that, you're going to massively increase your sales. I made a few others video which might be helpful for you. I will link them in the description below. Some videos about how to increase trust on your website to generate conversions, thanks to more detailed explanations why using text and descriptions still in 2022 matters a lot to your customers and to Google. In terms of SEO, it's going to be super efficient to have more clear descriptions, more textual descriptions on your website. It's going to help your website rank higher on Google. It's going to help you get suggested more frequently as a response to queries online on the search engine. And it's going to help users better understand what you sell, better understand your product, and at the end of the day, it's going to help you convert more. Okay, I hope you got value out of this video. There are a few other things about the website which I don't want to get into too many details now, but the title, which is not explicit besides the brand name, you should be saying something else. And a few other elements which I won't detail now. But if you want a more detailed analysis of your website and a one-on-one discussion, there will be a link in the description below. You can book a free call with me. I will give you free consulting, advice, feedback, and directions on your website, on your marketing strategy, on your advertising setup. We're doing free audits at the moment to celebrate the release of our Ad 360 app for Shopify. It's completely free, no strings attached, no commitment. Even if you don't use the app afterwards, that's perfectly fine. What we want is we want to help you be successful. We want to help you grow your business, have regular sales. And then once you feel like you're ready to start accelerating by running ads in multiple places, we hope you'll think about us, because with Ad 360, it's super easy to run all your ads in one place, implement retargeting, implement precisely targeting ads for specific audiences on the best websites possible that fit your product and your universe. Okay, I hope you like that. I hope you got value out of this video. I look forward to speaking with you. There is the link in the description. Book a call anytime. I'd be super happy to help you fix these issues and hopefully get all these conversions that you're missing. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.